I mean, these are your children we're talking about here. So definitely they will be missing you. And of course, they would, throw tantrums and all of that. Validate those emotions. Give them encouragement to let them know that if you ever feel this way, mommy is only a phone call away. Grab the phone, call mommy. It's travel season, and leaving your children behind can be quite challenging. But with adequate preparation, you can ensure that your children are well taken care of in your absence. Here is a comprehensive plan to help you prepare your children ahead of your departure. Number one, communicate and reassure. It is important to talk to your children about your trip in advance. Explain why you need to go, where you'll be staying, what you'll be doing, and how long you'll be away for. Reassure them that you'll stay in touch either via video calls, video chats, or any other means that is available to you to keep in touch with your children. Keeping your children in the loop, whether young or older children, enables them to have some peace and understanding that wherever their mom is, she is safe and they can be at peace, and also that she's only a phone call away. Ahead of your travel, take time out to communicate. Reassure them that you will be in touch via every means possible, either messages, via chat, via video calls, or ordinary phone calls, just to keep them rest assured that their mom is fine wherever she is. So, communicate and reassure. Number two, plan childcare. Arrange for a trusted caregiver to look after your children while you are away. This could be a family member, a friend, or a professional caregiver. For example, a babysitter. Provide detailed instructions to this caregiver, including your children's bedtime routine, their morning routine, what they eat, the time that they eat, the time that they have their naps, or any other specific needs that they may have. This ensures that even in your absence, your children's life remain in the routine that they are used to. And also, there is no disruption to their everyday activities and life, which will then signify that their mom is really not around. Having trusted childcare gives you the peace of mind, knowing fully well that your children are in safe hands. You can actually live your best life without any kind of worry wherever it is that you are. So it's important that you plan childcare ahead of your long trip. The third thing you want to do when you are preparing your children ahead of a long trip is to organize school responsibilities. Notify your children's school about your absence and provide emergency contact information for when you are away. Also, you want to coordinate with the class teachers to ensure that your children stay on track of their schoolwork. Provide materials for assignments that they can work on in your absence. This ensures that your children are academically occupied and they do not fall off their academic track before you return back from your trip. Plus, it keeps them positively occupied as compared to them just being engrossed in screen and just watching endless TV just because you are not around. The fourth thing you want to do in preparing your children ahead of your long trip is meal planning. Stock up on easy to prepare meals for your children and the caregiver. Create a meal plan for the duration of your trip, considering your children's preferences and dietary needs. In my house, we typically have a weekly meal plan, so transitioning into a caregiver for my children is pretty easy because even when I am around, we have a meal plan that guides us through the week with our meals. Creating a meal plan that they can follow ensures that your caregiver sticks to what your children need, and also your children don't end up eating what they should not eat while you are away, especially if any of them have any kind of allergies. You don't want to be on holiday, living your best life, or on a work trip doing your best job, and then your child is having allergies back home and you're having to worry about all of that. Creating a meal plan is definitely going to prevent this from happening. The fifth thing you want to do when you are planning a long trip is to prepare activities for your children ahead of time. Gather a variety of activities that your children can do for fun even in your absence, so that they remain engaged and entertained as you would normally have them. Consider including board games, puzzles, craft supplies, books, and other age-appropriate materials to keep them busy while you are away. Also, it ensures that you don't come back to nasty surprises, maybe because they got bored and they started doing things they would typically not do. You don't want to come back from a long trip and start to deal with the fact that your children started doing things that you did not approve of in your absence. So provide them with all of these things to keep them entertained and engaged while you are away. The number 6 thing you want to do to prepare your children ahead of a long trip is to maintain routines. Ensure that you encourage their caregiver to stick to your normal routines as much as possible, because the consistency in keeping your routine can provide a level of stability and comfort for your children, so they don't feel too disrupted just because their mom is not around. Ensure that bedtime routine, nap time, extracurricular activities are adhered to. For example, when I travel and the boys have to go to football, I always make arrangement for how they get to football, they get to swimming, they get to every other extracurricular activity that they have to do, such that they don't feel my absence even when I'm not around. Also, ensuring that they maintain routines in your absence makes it easy for you to smoothly transition back to your life when you return, such that there is no backlog of what hadn't been done because you were not around. So ensure that you make arrangement for how all of their routines and how all of their extracurricular activities or whatnot will be taken care of even though you are not physically present. Also, remember, the moment children fall out of routine, getting them back onto the routine can be a really difficult task. Ensure that every single one of your normal routine is adhered to, whether you're there or not. The number 7 thing you should do to prepare your children ahead of a long trip is to establish safety measures. Review safety procedures around your house with your caregiver, leave them with emergency contact number, first aid basics, and household safety rules. Also, leave them a list of important phone numbers such as the GP, your health visitor, trusted relative, trusted neighbor, or trusted friend around, such that if for any reason they can't reach you while you're away on your long trip, they can call any one of these people to help them in case of an emergency. Familiarizing your caregiver with safety measures around your house ensures that things go as normal and that your children and the caregiver are safe even while you are away. The number 8 thing you want to do to prepare your children ahead of a long trip is to offer emotional support. Acknowledge your children's emotion around the fact that they are going to miss you and reassure them that it is okay to miss mommy while mommy is away. However, mommy is only a phone call, a video call, or a video chat away. Offer them emotional support and validation that allows them to express their feelings and how much your absence is going to affect them or means to them. I mean, these are your children we're talking about here. So definitely they will be missing you, and of course they would throw tantrums and all of that. Validate those emotions, give them encouragement to let them know that if you ever feel this way, mommy is only a phone call away. Grab the phone, call mommy so that I can give you the support that you require. Doing this reminds them that it is okay to feel their feeling. However, they can deal with it and they can actually get emotional support from you as their primary caregiver, whether you are in the house or you are far away, thousands of miles away. The number 9 thing you're going to do to prepare your children ahead of a long trip is to plan to stay connected. Make plans for regular check-in with them via phone call, via text message, iMessages, depending on what is available to you in the location that you are going. Also, share updates about your trip, highlights of your trip, call them on video, show them certain things, record videos and send to them such that they're able to live vicariously through you based on where you are. I typically have plans with my children when I travel to say at 7 o'clock, I will make sure that I'm near my phone and I find internet so that I can communicate with them, narrate to them how my day has been and what was the highlight for me. That way, they know that first, I am safe where I am happy where I am, and also they can experience where I am through my eyes. In the event that I am unable to reach out to my children at 7 o'clock as we have agreed, when I get back to my destination eventually, I will send them a message and say, hey guys, I noticed that I couldn't get in touch with you guys at this time because A, B, and C happened. However, I would then narrate to them how the day had been and then the things that happened with me, such that by the time they wake up the next morning, they wake up to that voice message or that video, and it just gives them a recap of what my life had been the day before, just to keep them abreast of what I'm doing, how I'm feeling, and how things are with me, to give them comfort and peace that I'm fine wherever I am. The final thing you want to do to prepare your children ahead of a long trip is to plan your return. Talk to your children about when you are going to return, and then plan a special activity that you all can look forward to doing once you return. This will enable you reconnect with your children and bond so that you can return back to status quo emotionally with them. Reassure them that you'll be back home soon and emphasize the positive impact and benefit of your trip, especially if it is a trip for you to pour back into yourself and be wholesome. Remind them that this is going to help mommy be a better person when she returns. This takes me back to point 1 where I said communicate and reassure before you leave. That will be it for this video. I hope you find this video useful. By following these steps and putting a thorough plan in place, you can help alleviate any concern that your children may have and ensure a smooth experience for them while you're away on your long trip. Remember to stay in touch, provide support, and express your love to them throughout your time apart. If you find this video useful, do not hesitate to share it with somebody else who would also find it useful. Also, let me know which of these points you already do at the moment or which one resonated the most with you. I love to hear from my subscribers and I love to connect. I am at Gregory-jonah on all social media platforms. Hit the follow button and let's connect. Until next time, thank you so much guys for watching. Bye everyone.